years. Those 8 straight losses are tied for the second longest streak by any team all time. The storylines are pretty much endless in this game, Dan, but there's no question where they begin. They begin with the play of the Cowboys quarterback, and no one has had more to say about that, more insight into it than you have. What exactly does Dak Prescott have to do tonight to beat the Buccaneers?
Don't press. Be the guy that we saw on Christmas Eve versus the Philadelphia Eagles when you went down 10-0. When you were just playing. And here's the thing, Greeny. Y'all better be better on first down, Dallas. Dak Prescott, be a quarterback on first down that just kind of handles the situation. We don't need the Superman cape. That's not necessary tonight. It's not you versus Tom. We don't need you to think you got to carry this football team. Just go play and do not press. This offense on first down in the last month and a half is awful. They're awful. And there's a butterfly effect. And Rex and RC know this. When you stink on first down and you can't pass protect on second and third down, you're going to stink on third down. So I think for Dak Prescott, it's just to understand, you don't have to be, you're the better football team. All right? Dallas is a better football team than Tampa. You do not have to be Superman tonight. Just go be Dak Prescott, play free, play convicted, play with poise, and this football team offensively is good enough against a Tampa defense that has vulnerability.
Yeah, and Rex, you were saying this. You think Dallas is the much better team. What should they do to them tonight?
Yeah, show up and play. The only thing is, look, they are so much more talented than this team. One of the fastest teams in the National Football League against the absolute slowest team. This team should have no chance. Below 500 for a reason, all right? But guess what? Same team that beat you week 1. Why? Because they got Tom Brady. You can't look at it. Dak Prescott, you need to go into the game not thinking I got to score every time I get it. You don't have to. Dude, they ain't going to score. Have you watched Tampa play offense all year? You talk about a slow team with no – this team has less explosive plays than any team in the National Football League. Less than the Jets. Less than whoever. They can't. Here's 2 reasons. They can't run the football, and they don't have speed outside. You ought to eat this team alive. Please tell the left corner opposite Diggs, just stay on top of your guy. Quit.
Rex, you said all that. Would you be surprised if Tampa wins tonight?
No, absolutely not.
That's exactly right. And there's 2 words that are the reason why. And no one knows it better than the 2 men sitting at my desk.
No.
You were coaching all those years in the AFC East, and you with all those battles. Tom Brady is on the other side.
Absolutely. And I think that's what frightens you. That's why you have to coach as hard as you possibly can the entire week if you're this Dallas Cowboys defense, because you understand who the other man is that is taking snaps from under center. The other piece is this. The Dallas Cowboys has found ways to make games against teams that are inferior to them extremely close. If this is a one-score game, if this is a field goal game very late, are we not going to see Tom Brady get the ball and go, oh, we've seen this story before. Guess who else is going to say that? Mike McCarthy. Guess who else is going to say that? Micah Parsons. And guess who else is going to say it? Whoever the dude is that is playing opposite of Trayvon Diggs. Because what we've learned is if you got a sitting duck over there, Tom Brady's going to go on top of his head, because we saw it against Carolina.
And that's why I'm saying, please, for the love of God, just stay on top. That's all you have to do. Anybody they put out there, man, nobody can cover anybody. So just stay on top.
So to give the fans something to watch for, you're saying if the Buccaneers are making big plays, explosive plays, but they don't do
they're going to win the game.
That's what you watch.
Absolutely, they will win the game. And here's the thing, too. You talk about, you know who else knows it?
Yeah.
Who's got that collar is going to be super tight? Dan Quinn. Quinn has never beat Tom Brady. You think I had a bad record against him? At least I was better than 0-7. So, I mean, you don't, like, he's got to be tight, too.
Including a Super Bowl game in which he had the huge lead and everything else, of which we're all well aware. So, it is Super Wild Card Weekend wrapping up tonight in Tampa, and the coverage will be everywhere tonight. ABC, ESPN, ESPN+. You can't ask for more of a matchup. We got the mega cast tonight that includes Peyton and Eli on ESPN2. It's in Spanish on ESPN Deportes. We are ready for this monster game tonight.
The snap. He's back to throw. He's under pressure. Got hit as he throws. Completes it to his right, but he's short of the first down. Is Hockenson. He's wrapped up. What a play by the Giants. Heck of a play. They threw it short to Hockenson, and the Giants rally to the ball, and Xavier McKinney makes the play of the ball game.
And from there, they were able to kneel it out. Kirk Cousins coming up short after completing 80% of his passes and accounting for 3 touchdowns yesterday. It's kind of hard to blame him for the loss. Daniel Jones, of course, stole the show, and I played literally everyone this weekend with the 300 passing and the 75 rushing. But let's go to what everyone is asking. Dan Orlovsky, you were a quarterback. Everyone in the world is asking, how in the world on 4th and 8 are you throwing that ball to T.J. Hockenson with the season on the line?
Yeah, I think first of all, Kirk was very clear that he was trying to get the ball to Justin Jefferson. And the Giants, to their credit, double him. You ain't throwing the ball to number 18. Great. And the reality is this is the downside to a dominant pass rush. Dexter Lawrence is in his lap within 1 hitch of making that decision. Now, Kirk Cousins has run this type of play thousands of times. So being programmed, he's like, oh, the ball's got to get out. But the reality is this, and this is kind of why we live in this world where we want the athletic quarterbacks. An athletic quarterback more than likely spins out of that or tries to get away and has the opportunity to go make a play. But Kirk, being pretty much a pocket passer, has to get that ball out. Should he launch it downfield and force it into double coverage in this situation? Absolutely, and he knows that. But being programmed to make that decision off of what the defense is doing and then feel is the reality of this situation. I kind of look at it like this. Dexter Lawrence makes that play rather than Kirk Cousins chokes in the moment. The pressure from Dexter Lawrence is absolutely everything.
A first-team All-Pro. He's just had an outstanding year. He is an outstanding player, and he was a difference maker yesterday. Still, RC, everyone is looking at it, and because Kirk Cousins is who he is, people will immediately jump into it there. But to throw short of the sticks with the season on the line is tough to watch.
But I think, though, that's the point. Kirk Cousins is who he is. And that's not changing. Yeah. This is who Kirk Cousins is. Kirk Cousins is going to have the ability to give you good stats throughout the season. He is a good quarterback. He's never going to be a great quarterback. He's never going to be a quarterback that elevates you over the players that surround him. And you have to be okay with that. And so if you're Kevin O'Connell, you have to listen to what Dan Orlovsky said. He is programmed to do that. I can program a lot of stuff, right? I can program robots. They're freaking vacuums that just vacuum your house without you standing behind them. There are ways to program things. What I want is a quarterback I don't have to program. What I want is a quarterback like Daniel Jones yesterday that, you know what, it's not there, go get me something. Oh, it's not there, improv a little bit, give us a little more space and get the football out of your hands. Kirk Cousins in that moment is supposed to know that doing what I've been programmed to do won't win me a game, and that's the time to go win the game. And I've said it all season. 18 has won these close games throughout the season, not Kirk Cousins. What did Wink Martindale do? I'm not going to let 18 beat me. I'm going to put it on Kirk Cousins. And Kirk Cousins, as he's done many times in these very big moments, Kirk Cousins.
He did. And look, 18, of course, is Justin Jefferson. And he was, in the first drive of that game, you thought to yourself, oh, here he goes. And then you never heard his name again. In the meantime, when we brought this up in our pre-show meeting today, Rex got aggravated because in your mind, this game was not about Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense.
No, it was about Daniel Jones, period.
And the defense of the Vikings.
Yeah, well, the defense stinks with the Vikings. They've been awful the entire season. And we're surprised that they couldn't stop anybody? No, it's been like this the whole year. And so that's why I never considered this team. Look, every single team in the playoffs would have said, yeah, we'll come to Minnesota. We'll come to Minnesota and play that defense?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? You have no business being in there. And don't worry about it, because next year, it ain't going to be your league anyway.
Meaning that you like the Lions?
I like the Lions. I like the Packers. I like anybody over that team.
Okay, that said, you got the Giants, and you have been riding the Daniel Jones bandwagon and everything else. The Eagles, the most important of the Eagles, has a little bit of a battered wing, right, with the shoulder and everything. It's a Jalen Hurts. It's a set. The opening line that I saw was Philly -7 for the games next weekend. You give the Giants a chance in that game?
I definitely give the Giants a chance because of 2 reasons. Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley. That gives them a chance right there. But do I think Philly's going to win it? Yeah.
RC, you give the Giants a chance?
I absolutely give them a chance. When you think about the way I watched Wink Martindale adjust yesterday against the Minnesota Vikings and now what Daniel Jones and this offense are able to do, I believe this game can be close. The New York Giants have won the 2nd most close games the entire season. They'll give themselves a chance. Now, do you get over the hump?
Dan, at the risk of your Philly-born wife yelling at you, do you give the Giants a chance next weekend?
Absolutely. If the Eagles come out in this game and try to blow the Giants out, they'll lose.
Okay, so that the stage is set. Daniel Jones, a star, may have been born yesterday. But wait, Super Wildcard Weekend has not concluded. We've saved the best for last. Tonight, the Cowboys visiting the Bucs in a rematch of Week 1. Dallas doesn't want to think about that game. They scored a season-low 3 points, and it was at the end of that game that we saw Dak Prescott suffer the thumb injury that knocked him out for 5 games. Meanwhile, Tom Brady on the other side. He has never lost to the Cowboys in his career. 7-0 all time. But Tampa Tom is on track to be a home underdog in the playoffs for the first time ever as they meet tonight.